Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, millions of Americans are starting the new year with skyrocketing health insurance costs as key subsidies expire. We'll have the latest from Washington, D.C. Plus, Moran Mamdani officially takes over as the next mayor of New York. We'll take you to the scene of today's inauguration. And Detroit has a new mayor as well. We'll tell you about the first ever female to ever assume the position in the city. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
It's going to be another cold night across the Upper Peninsula. Temperatures tonight still into the teens, and it's still going to feel pretty chill across the area tonight with some single-digit readings down across the southern half of the UP. But looking ahead towards tomorrow, still chilly. Yeah, temperatures into the teens with some lingering lake effect snow showers across the eastern half of the UP. But the city of Marquette looking pretty good, though, with a little bit of sunshine. Temperatures are warming up. We'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Sounds good. Dakota, thank you very much. As 2026 arrived, enhanced tax credits that helped lower the cost of health insurance for most Affordable Care Act enrollees expired overnight. That means higher health costs for millions of Americans at the start of the new year. Gwen Bumgarner is in Los Angeles and has that and the latest on what President Trump has to say about his own health.
A House vote expected this month could offer a chance to save government subsidies that make coverage under the Affordable Care Act more affordable. Those tax credits expired as Americans welcomed the new year. Last fall on Capitol Hill, Democrats forced a 43-day government shutdown over the issue, and some moderate Republicans called for compromise to save the funding. President Trump faced a conservative backlash when he offered a tentative proposal to extend expiring ACA subsidies for 2 years, while adjusting eligibility requirements for recipients.
I want that money to go to the people directly and let the people buy their own health care, and they'll get much better health care than they get with the Unaffordable Care Act, as it's known by a lot of people.
An analysis by the healthcare research nonprofit KFF finds that on average, the more than 20 million subsidized enrollees in the Affordable Care Act program are seeing their premium costs rise by 114% this year.
I just don't understand why, in the meantime, we can prevent a lot of people suffering by doing a clean extension of these subsidies.
In Thursday's Wall Street Journal, the 79-year-old president defended the state of his health, and his physician made a clarification about the president's most recent checkup.
It was just an MRI. What part of the body?
Though Trump said he underwent an MRI in October, his doctor now clarifies in a statement to CBS it was a CT scan and, quote, the advanced imaging was perfectly normal and revealed absolutely no abnormalities.
The president also addressed recent questions about bruising seen on his hands. In that Wall Street Journal story, Trump noted that he takes a large dose of aspirin daily, which leads to sensitive skin and the bruising. He added that it takes about 10 seconds to apply makeup to cover the discoloration. On this first day of the year, a number of firsts for America's largest city. Here's Meg Oliver with a closer look at New York's brand new mayor.
So help me God.
Today, in a historic moment, Zohran Mamdani became the first New York City mayor to be sworn in on the Quran.
City Hall will deliver an agenda of safety, affordability, and abundance, where government looks and lives like the people it represents, never flinches in the fight against corporate greed.
The official swearing in took place in an abandoned subway station shortly after midnight. The 34-year-old self-described Democratic Socialist is the city's youngest mayor in over a century and the first Muslim.
It's really a day where a lot of people are finally being celebrated. A lot of people are finally feeling included in this city.
Thousands braved the bitter cold at a nearby block party to celebrate his meteoric rise from state assemblyman to international superstar.
Welcome to the transition.
He campaigned on affordability and made bold promises, from free childcare and bus service to freezing rent, leaving some skeptical.
Explain to me how you're going to get it done without sabotaging the fact that you're going to get investors out of the city.
Joel Payne is a CBS News political contributor.
Will he have to shift more toward the center to get things done? I'm not sure if it's about him shifting towards the center. I think he is going to have to prioritize. He needs some early wins, some clear places where he can show he's making progress.
Today, Mondani doubled down on his campaign promises, saying his administration will govern expansively and audaciously. Some Republicans are hoping to make Mondani's socialism the new face of the Democratic Party going into the midterms.
This new year, fans in Michigan, frustrated by skyrocketing ticket prices, could soon see changes when buying online. Governor Whitmer has signed a bipartisan package of bills targeting ticket buying bots, software used to buy large numbers of tickets and resell them at inflated prices. The new laws give the Michigan Attorney General authority to go after bad actors at the state level with penalties of up to $5,000 per ticket. Supporters say the goal is to protect consumers, not punish everyday resellers.
People deserve to be able to go out and spend their money on some entertainment and relax and enjoy time with their family and friends. And so this is going to make it so we are able to address it here at the state level.
This law is set to take effect this March. You can find more information about it on our website, WZMQ19.com. History was made in Detroit today as Mary Sheffield was officially sworn in as the city's first female mayor. As Elijah Bergio reports, the mayor spent her first few hours in office rooted in the community.
A big day in Detroit, Mary Sheffield making her mark officially, taking the oath of office as the city's first female mayor. In more than a decade, Detroit has a new top leader, Mary Sheffield. Hey, everyone! The city's 76th mayor spent her first few hours in office with first responders at the fire department.
So I just really want you all to know that I see you, that I appreciate you, and I'm looking forward to addressing some of the concerns that you all have.
Proving her commitment to public safety.
Come speak to your public safety workers. This is huge. It's not what you say, it's what you do, and you're showing by actions already first day on the job.
The mayor mentioning livable wages, a topic she says is already a conversation with her team.
We want to continue to build up our fire department and our police department. We want to retain and we want to attract, and we want to continue to protect and invest in the men and women who serve the city every day.
The police department's 5th precinct, the mayor's second stop.
Thank you guys so much for your service. Good to see you.
The backing of law enforcement, a consistent focus of her administration.
You all have my commitment to be a partner, to continue the work that we're doing to drive crime down, and I just wanted to be here personally to say thank you for your sacrifice.
Keeping to the core of her campaign promise, Mayor Sheffield stopped by the Capuchin Soup Kitchen.
And we are grateful that our mayor is part of our story on this first day of the year.
Serving the people of Detroit.
Hopefully she continues to do what she set out to do and keep the city on top.
Detroit's neighborhoods, which she says is the heart of the community.
It's just important that as I take office today and serving this next 4 years, that everyone feels that I am their mayor.
As far as what's next, the mayor says throughout this month, her team will announce more appointments and initiatives, including a major announcement that's expected Monday that will directly impact families.
Lake Superior State University has released this year's banished words list. Topping the list is a phrase I think many of us are probably sick of hearing, 6-7. I promise that is the only time you'll hear this news anchor saying that. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old. Following at number 2 is demier. Number 3 is cooked, as in Mike Ludlam will be cooked if he doesn't give us the greatest sports highlights ever later in the show. And number 8, and I was saying that if you can hear him in the background. Number 4 is massive, and incentivize rounds out the top 5. Other words mentioned include gifted, my bad, and reach out. This marks the 50th annual banished words list put out by Lake Superior State University. Dakota Hunter has your first warning weather forecast when we come back. Plus, the extra snow is allowing the Gladstone Ski Hill to open a little earlier this year. And January is the biggest month for gift returns in the U.S. We'll go over the timeline to keep in mind if you're looking to take anything back. We're back in 2 minutes.
Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather.
Welcome back, everybody. We have new winter weather advisories that are posted for the rest of tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Again, this is mainly for the eastern half of the UP, but we also have a new advisory out here as well that includes the western half out towards the Lake Superior shoreline. And the reason for this is because we're still dealing with this nuisance lake effect snow. It's like the lake effect snow machine just doesn't run out of gas, and it will run out of gas. We're going to get there. It's just going to take a little bit of time for it to run out of steam, and it will as we head into the weekend. But again, we may uptick the snow a little bit as we head into early next week. There could be another system that'll move through, but I think the lake effect machine does ultimately start shutting down. But not for the rest of today and into tomorrow. No, we've still got those bands of lake effect from Newberry out towards Munising, Marquette as well. We'll still see some of that. I don't think we're going to see a lot of snow down across the southern half, down across Iron Mountain and Escanaba. Don't think a lot of snow there. Most of it should be confined on that eastern side of the UP. And we actually see another little lake effect band trying to form. And again, we'll see a few snow showers moving through later Saturday and into Sunday. So here's the reason for the advisory. An additional, this is through Friday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see a general 1 to 3, but as we run this out through Saturday and Sunday, some spots out towards Munising, 4.5, and out towards Newberry, 4.5, and again, out towards Escanaba, maybe an additional 1.5 inches, and out towards Ironwood, 2 more inches. So in Eagle Harbor at 3.5. So again, let's just more snow to add on to the woes that we dealt with on Monday with that blizzard. But don't forget, it's still cold. I mean, you know, the one thing we tend to forget sometimes is the wind chill index, and the wind chill is what makes the air feel colder. And when the air temperature sits at 20 degrees and you have a 20-mile-per-hour wind, that means it feels more like 4 above zero. And this morning we had wind chill values into the negative double digits. Oh, that is way too cold for me. So just keep that in mind. Make sure, again, you cover all exposed skin when it's this cold. We know this. It's winter in the Upper Peninsula. We know that. But again, just a reminder that you got to really protect yourself this time of the year, because when you're dealing with temperatures this cold, frostbite can take as little as 30 minutes to set in if you're not properly garbed. But winds will be on the uptick with some of that lake effect, but not that bad as we head into the weekend. But warmer temperatures are on the way. Want to see it? Here it comes. Next 7 days of your life, there they are. 16 for tomorrow. We're into the 20s as we head into the weekend with a few snow showers on Saturday, then a nice warm up as we head into next week.
Dakota, thank you again. Looking back on last night's festivities in downtown Marquette, Double Trouble Entertainment spent over 12 hours setting up this year's Washington Street Block Party. This included plenty of lights and lasers, a brand new stereo system, and of course the countdown ball itself, all made up entirely of donations from local sponsors. The evening began with a family-friendly ball drop at 8 p.m. before a large crowd of people made their way downtown to celebrate at midnight, braving single digits and high winds to enjoy the start of 2026. Escanaba celebrated New Year's Eve with a fireworks show in Ludington Park. This summer, Escanaba's 4th of July fireworks were canceled due to weather, so the city's recreation department made up for it with a winter display. Vehicles lined the streets and filled parking lots around the park to watch the show. Before the fireworks began, families braved the cold temperatures and enjoyed sledding down the hill in the park, with several sleds provided by Kindness Rocks UP's Little Free Sled Library. The Recreation Department also hosted a family fun day at the Catherine Boniface Civic Center, allowing community members to ring in 2026 together. Thanks in part to the significant snowfall we've received this week, the winter sports season is just starting up in Delta County. The Gladstone Ski Hill officially opens to the public on Saturday, January 3rd. This is several weeks earlier than last year's opening day, which was delayed due to a late December warm-up that melted most of the accumulated snow. The cost to ski is $12 per visit, and the hill will operate from noon to 6 on Saturdays and Sundays, and from 4 to 8 on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. The Gladstone Ski Hill also offers an after-school program, and you can find details about that and and future season updates at WZMQ19.com. Today marks the beginning of the biggest month for returns as unwanted holiday gifts head back to retailers. But deadlines and fees vary by store. Evan Moon has what you need to know before time runs out for a refund.
This month, tens of millions of dollars in holiday gifts will get sent back. According to the National Retail Federation, 17% of all holiday sales will be returned, and 82% of shoppers will return at least one unwanted gift within the month.
Items that I got didn't work as I expected it to be, so I found something better.
A lot of holiday gifts and lots of gifts for myself.
But be prepared to pay up. More than 70% of retailers are charging for returns this year.
I think more and more retailers are instituting return fees.
David Sobey, the CEO of Happy Returns, says these fees are covering big costs.
They're charging because returns are expensive, right? There's return shipping fees, there's handling. If items have been worn or damaged, they may need to pay to refurbish them, or in some instances, just get rid of them altogether.
By some estimates, it costs retailers around $34 to process a return for a $100 item. Sobey says, read the fine print and opt for an in-store return if possible.
It's just much less friction than having to print a label, find a box, tape it up, and wait to get your money back. And they often are the cheapest form.
It's a hassle. That's why I have friends helping me because it's heavy.
And watch out for return windows. Larger retailers may give you more time. Walmart, Amazon, and Kohl's have a January 31st cutoff date.
One useful tip: if you miss a return deadline or want to avoid those fees, you can resell your unwanted gifts and even gift cards at a discount using sites like Card Cash, eBay, and Facebook Marketplace.
Another option: continue to spread the cheer with the age-old practice of re-gifting or gift swapping with a friend.
Mike Ludlam has your sports highlights when we come back. The Pistons have been doing great this season. We'll see if they were able to secure a victory against the Miami Heat when we come back.
Not much of a punt. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19. Good evening, everyone. More changes regarding NMU and Michigan Tech basketball games the next couple of days. The Huskies and Wildcats will have home games tomorrow and Saturday. As you take a look at the graphics here, Grand Valley State and Michigan Tech will have 1 and 3 o'clock games tomorrow, women first, then the men. And Davenport will visit NMU also at 1 and 3 o'clock. Then Saturday, they switch opponents. Davenport goes to Michigan Tech for 1 and 3 o'clock, and Grand Valley State will visit Northern at 1 and 3 o'clock. Turning to basketball today, Big Ten women's basketball, 6th-ranked Michigan fell to Washington 64-52. Wolverines just could not get a lot of shots to fall in the game. Michigan State, ranked 24th, defeated Indiana 82-60. Jalen Brown had 20 points and Grace Van Sloten had 18 points and 14 rebounds for the Spartans. Both Wolverines and Spartans are 2-1 in the conference. Catching up with high school basketball in the tournament down at Kearney-Nadeau, Niagara is your champion, defeating Rapid River in the final 47-21. Kearney-Nadeau won the third place game 43-32 over Goodman-Penby. Also in girls hoops, Negaunee won the Iron Town Holiday Bash over Uintah Creek 45-39. And up at Michigan Tech, it was Wakefield Marinisco edging Forest Park 45-43. The boys side in the Kearney-Nadeau tournament, Superior Central your champion 61-49 over Rapid River. The Wolves are your third place winner 49-48 over Hannahville. To the NBA, the Detroit Pistons trying to start the year on the right foot against the Miami Heat. Off the block coming up here from Isaiah Stewart on Anthony Wiggins. Cade Cunningham will get the lob to Jalen Duren for the alley-oop jam. 13-10 Detroit in the first quarter. Miami in transition, and that's Bam Adebayo with the jam, and Detroit still up by 3. Next, Cade Cunningham knocks down the triple. He had 31 points on the night. Time winding down in the half. Norman Powell lines up the 3, cans it, 36 points, 7 of 14 from three-point land. Heat up 9 at the half. Third quarter, a 14-2 run for the Heat would get things going. Finally, Paul Reed will get a basket, but Miami is up 20. Norman Powell will get a three-pointer again. And needless to say, even though Marcus Sasser had 18 off the bench for Detroit, Miami is your winner tonight by the score of 118-112. Turning to the Red Wings as they take on Pittsburgh. First period action, Anthony Manta to Sidney Crosby. And yep, Crosby still scoring goals at a pretty good rate, 1-0. Then later in the first, Ben Sherratt gives away the puck. And the next thing you know, Crosby scores again. So the Penguins are up by 2. Late in the first period, Marco Kasper will fire one to James Van Riemsdyk. He tips it home, and the Red Wings are down 2-1 after 20 minutes. To the second, Ben Sherratt atones and sends a pass that makes a really bizarre bounce off the board, and Andrew Kopp had a room service goal there to tie the game at 2. Let's go to overtime, and Chris Letang in his 1,200th NHL game gets the game winner for Pittsburgh, and the Red Wings drop a 4-3 decision in overtime. To college football, the Rose Bowl, Alabama and Indiana, and your Heisman Trophy winner, Fernando Mendoza, getting ready. And yeah, Mendoza was looking pretty good. Charlie Becker, a really good catch of that pass. 21 yards for the touchdown in the second quarter. Hoosiers lead 10-0. Then an 11-play, 58-yard drive, a one-yard touchdown pass from Mendoza, Omar Cooper Jr., and Indiana's cruising up 17-0. In the third quarter, oh yes, it gets even better. Mendoza finds Elijah Surratt. This is good for 24 yards and a 24-0 Indiana lead. Alabama backup quarterback Austin Mack had to finally get the Crimson Tide offense going. He's going to get a 36-yard completion to Jeremy Bernard, and that would end up with Alabama kicking a field goal, so they were still down 21-3. And things kept looking really good for Indiana. Kaelon Black, 25 yards up the gut for the touchdown. Indiana pouring it on at 31-3. They added another touchdown, and Indiana easily over Alabama, 38-3. Alabama hasn't trailed by that much in like 27 years. Okay, let's go to the Orange Bowl. Oregon against Texas Tech. And a good start for Atticus Sappington, a 39-yard field goal. He also had another field goal to make it 6-0 at the half. Third quarter, Mateo Uyagale with the play of the game as he stripped the ball from the quarterback. Baron Morton returns it down to the Red Raiders 6-yard line. Take another look. That's pretty good robbery right there, and not a half bad return either. Then the next play for the Ducks, Jordan Davidson would take the pitch. He will go 6 yards into the end zone, and Oregon has a 13-0 lead. Fourth quarter, Texas Tech trying to drive, get on the board with a touchdown, but Brandon Finney Jr. in the end zone picks that one off. And with just a few seconds left in the game, after kicking another field goal, thump, down goes he again. That would be Morton finding the turf, and the Ducks defense was outstanding in this contest. They scored with under 20 seconds to go, and it's a victory for Oregon, 23-0. So it's Oregon against Indiana in one of the semifinals coming up soon. And in case you have not heard, Green Bay Packers quarterback Jordan Love has cleared the concussion protocol, but unless there's an injury, he will not play in the final regular season game Sunday at Minnesota. Clayton Tune is expected to start. We'll be right back.
Lows by tomorrow morning into the teens once again with some single-digit readings again out towards Escanaba and Iron Mountain and Iron River, getting down to about 5 and 6. So, oh boy, another cold one. But tomorrow, not much better in the temperature department. We're still going to hold into the teens. We will see some sunshine sneaking out though, so at least that'll make it look a little warmer out there. But out towards the east, that lake effect snow is going to continue. Again, why we have that winter weather advisory in place through tomorrow morning. And you see our chance of snow is going to remain minimal through Friday. Again, I did put a 40% chance in, mainly for the eastern half of the area, but we will see an uptick in that snow as we head into Saturday as a few more snow showers continue. But then, as we head into Sunday, things looking pretty good. We will see a few snow showers Monday, but the temperatures start boosting up into the lower 30s. So, yeah, we'll take that compared to the teens and the single digits.
Dakota, thank you again. Finally tonight, some parents are welcoming in their new year with new additions to their families. Meet Hendrix with 2 X's. Staff at Atrium Health Pineville in Charlotte, North Carolina, delivered him at 12:02 a.m., making him one of the first, if not the first, U.S. baby born in 2026. Other early arrivals include Benji Kellen, born at Mass General Brigham at 12:19 a.m., Jackie Reeves, born at Detroit Medical Center, and little Eliza Maya, born at Advent Health Castle Rock in Colorado.
It's been crazy. We're just super thankful for everyone here, and it's been such a phenomenal birth experience.
Eliza weighs 8 pounds, 9 ounces. She joins big sister Olivia. The hospital says it's been busy. Eliza is one of the 5 babies it delivered in the early hours of January 1st. That's it for now, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.